Sorry for the really weird camera angle, lighting, background. It's officially too cold to film in my office at the moment. It's just too cold to sit in there because it's like a concrete block on the end of our house with a tiny little radiator that does nothing. So I'm sitting in my bedroom, which is the only room of the house that we didn't bother to redecorate because we were just going to use it for storage when we moved in. And as you can see, it's green. It's very green. In fact, look how green it is. It's just all green. So it's kind of, and I'm sitting on a green chair that needs work doing to it. So it all looks a bit green and gross. Sorry. But I wanted to do a quick vlog. Might be quick. Don't know. Also, I've got terrible hair. They had cold water at the gym and I washed my hair, and my hair just does not like being washed in cold water. Also, it's really red in the camera. It's just my natural hair colour. Who knew? Anyway. Those of you who follow me on Twitter may have noticed that I am pregnant again. Hurrah! So I thought I would do a quick video on that. It's kind of weird being pregnant when you've already had one because you feel completely different about it. Also, it makes me really breathless. So you can maybe hear it now, and definitely in the past couple of videos I've done, I kind of sound like I'm just come back from running a marathon and it's not particularly attractive, but I think it's because my lungs have already got no room. So yeah, pregnant again, due in May, 15 weeks today, already got quite a substantial bump. Wearing my new maternity top from Topshop, which is the most comfiest maternity top I've ever worn. So I'll put a link in the description box. If you're pregnant and looking for clothes, it's almost impossible to find anything that's nice, that's not like, I saw a really nice pair of jeans that I liked and then I clicked on them and they were £295. I'm just not into spending money on something that I'm going to be wearing for like a year or whatever. So yeah, differences between first and second pregnancies. Well, it's not my second pregnancy. I had 2 miscarriages before I got pregnant this time, so I guess it's my 4th pregnancy, but the miscarriages were at 7 weeks and about 4 or 5 weeks, so luckily for me not too far through, but kind of frustrating and upsetting at the time, but I'm always kind of happy for nature to take its course. But it means that now I'm sort of, even though we've had the scan and we've seen it, it still makes me a bit anxious that something's going to go wrong. And I think you have that with any pregnancy though, until you've got the baby, you do feel kind of panicked. So this time I felt more sick with this baby than I did with Ned. I felt pretty sick with Ned. I felt really sick this time. I'm still really tired. I was tired with Ned, but all the symptoms with Ned stopped at 12 weeks. And that's kind of happened this time around, except for the tiredness. I'm not as tired, but I'm still pretty sleepy. And if I don't have a lie down at some point during the day, usually when Ned has his nap, then by the end of the day I start to feel really nauseous and unwell and not good. Yeah, things I hate about being pregnant. I just put on weight everywhere. I wish I was one of those. I see people at the gym who have these neat little bumps and like skinny arms and legs, and I've already got muffin tops that I didn't have in July and stuff like that. So I find that kind of frustrating. And I think it's difficult for any woman when you're pregnant for your body to change, because there's so much emphasis on how we look, and you know, it's hard. Especially, I found it especially hard at Christmas. Before I got pregnant at the end of January, and I had Ned in November, beginning of November. And so it's the summer, so I just wore floaty dresses. Whereas this time it's Christmas, and there's just sparkly, lovely stuff and Christmas jumpers and things in the shops that I just can't buy because I'm not going to fit into them. And I find that quite upsetting. It's quite hard to be going to Christmas parties where basically I just look like a fat ninja because I'm just wearing black. So I hate buying maternity clothes. I hate spending money on it. I hate the fact that people make them so expensive when you're not going to wear them really for that long. I guess part of the tiredness is due to having a 2-year-old, but I haven't found it that difficult. I found it difficult when I had really bad morning sickness and my husband was away in New York and I had to be cooking for Ned. And literally at some points I couldn't, because I had the pregnancy super smell, I couldn't bear to go into the kitchen because I could just smell stuff that made me want to be sick, like fruit I could smell. And so to be in a stage where I really didn't want to go in the kitchen at all, to having to cook and feed a 2-year-old, that was pretty horrific. But I'm also at that weird stage where people have started touching my bump, which I hate. One friend of mine touched it and I felt fine about it, but she's a really old friend, so everyone else who touches it, I'm a bit like, that's weird. Also, because I can't feel the baby moving yet, it just feels like they're touching my fat. It feels like I've put on loads of weight and they're just rubbing my pizza tummy. So that's kind of weird. It's better when it's bigger and people touch your bum because it doesn't feel like it's your tummy anyway. Yeah, can't feel it moving yet. I don't think I felt Ned move until I was about 20 weeks. And the same day I felt him move, I also saw my stomach move. And I was like, how can he have got that big and I'm only just feeling it? So yeah, I had the scan, the baby was wriggling around and I thought, I can see my innards like going like this, like a lava lamp. And I can't feel anything. It's kind of weird. So that's it. I'm going to do kind of pregnancy updates and stuff. I'm really lucky because this time around I've moved slightly further away from the hospital. So instead of having to go to the hospital for all my appointments, which is a total pain in the arse, don't know if you've had a baby in London, complete nightmare to have to go into the hospital for every appointment. You always wait for at least 3 hours. I get to go and see my midwife at my local health centre. Hurrah! And so I see the same midwife the whole way through and I just walk down the road and it's amazing. So I just go to the hospital for my scan and my blood test, and the rest of the time I can go and see the midwife. So that is really nice. With Ned I had to go to the hospital, which was kind of fine at the time because I didn't have a kid to take with me, but if I had to go now, it's just I either have to take a 2-year-old to hang out in the hospital for 3 hours where they have no toys, or I have to find childcare and it all gets a bit expensive and annoying. Also, what I hate about pregnancy is what it does to my face, basically. I don't get the good skin and the good hair that everyone says you get. I get, my under eye circles get darker, I get kind of pale skin, and everyone tells me how ill I look. And I get really dehydrated skin. My skin was in really good nick before I got pregnant, so it's not been as bad as last time. Last time I just had horrible dry skin all around my mouth and everything. So I just need to sort of up my moisturiser levels basically. I'm going to buy myself some Origins Make a Difference Plus cream because I found that really good last time. And there's Embryolisse Rich Balm, which was a complete lifesaver. So that's it. Yeah, I'm sort of planning on doing a few pregnancy vlogs as I go along. So let me know if there's any questions you have, if you're pregnant too, if you're having trouble or whatever, then it would be lovely to hear from you in it. Thanks for watching. Bye! So I've just finished editing this video and I realised that it makes me look really negative. I would like to say I'm really, really, really happy to be pregnant, and There's loads of good stuff about it, but I guess when you haven't been able to talk about it for 3 months and you've been feeling really grim, it's easy to focus on the bad stuff. But there's loads of nice stuff too, like making a person and how much I love Ned and how completely weird it'll be to have someone else around who I love just as much. It makes me feel like I might explode because I don't know it's humanly possible to love anything as much as I love Ned, which I guess is a thing a lot of parents go through. So please don't think I'm a horrible negative person. I am really pleased, but I just come across as a bit moany.